Roseburg football is on the air. Kickoff is coming up, and the Roseburg Indians take the field for another night of hard-hitting high school football action. From the opening kickoff to the final whistle, The Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM as you cover. Subscribe to 1490 The Score on YouTube and catch the action all season long. Now, let's head to the field and get ready for Roseburg High School football on The Score.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Finlay Field, high atop the grandstands at Roseburg High School. It's time for Roseburg football here on a Friday night. It's been a couple of weeks since we were last together, and boy, is it nice to get back out here at the football field as the Roseburg Indians get ready to take on the South Eugene Axe. It's homecoming night, and we're ready for some football. Good evening, everybody. It's Joey Keeran here with you once again. It's the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. We'll have plenty to get to you here during this pregame show as we count down to kickoff between the Indians and the Axe. It's obviously two teams that are looking to get their season, the stretch run, hoping to get it to a spot where they'll feel good about how this season went. For Roseburg, a win in the season opener. Since then, 5 consecutive losses. For South Eugene, they have not won a game all season, and they're looking to try and end a 21-game losing streak that dates back a couple of years, back to 2023. So it's two teams that are trying to get some positive feelings in the locker room as they head to the offseason. For Roseburg, if they can finish out the season strong with wins over the final 3 weeks, they could get close to 500 and definitely be setting a tone, hopefully, for the offseason into what is to come for next year. Looking forward to seeing how this one plays out tonight, and we are so excited to have you with us for this evening's broadcast. A reminder that you can tune in to watch tonight's game streaming live for free online at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and make sure you hit the little bell notification icon, and then you can get notified when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports here on The Score. We'll step away here during the Roseburg Disposal pregame show for a quick timeout. When we come back, we've got a word with head coach Matt Watson. It's Roseburg football coming up for you tonight, hosting the South Eugene Axe. Back after the bye week for homecoming night on 541radio.com and on The Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event, plus you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
Back here with more of our pregame on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, streaming with our video online at 541radio.com. It's time now for our Bowers Industrial pregame interview. Bowers Industrial, proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Joining us is Coach Matt Watson here for the Roseburg Indians as we get ready for tonight's matchup, homecoming week, and the Indians are welcoming in the South Eugene Axe. Coach, before we get to Friday's festivities, you guys have been off for a little bit, and I say off, and I know coaches probably cringe at that a little bit because I know you guys have been working hard, but no game last Friday for you. How has the bye week gone for the Roseburg Indians?
I think it's gone well, right? We have an opportunity to take a look at what we've done over the past few weeks and look at where we can improve and, have opportunities to get off our legs a little bit, rest up. That was the whole plan going into this, was to rest up. And we took advantage of that opportunity without missing out on reps. And so we still practiced last week. I think kids got a lot of mental reps. They got a lot of physical reps, did some activities together, had the seniors over at my house for a dinner, and it was a lot of fun.
Cool. How'd that go? Those memories, I know seasons, wins and losses, they come and go, but making those memories with usually a senior class, you kind of mark that as the benchmark with guys when they get to that senior year. How was that to get those guys together and over at your place?
It was awesome. One of the things that was fun was to talk about how long everybody had been playing together. And so, one of the coaches and I, we've been coaching together for almost 10 years. And so that was like the mark to beat, and had two kids that had played together for 12 years. And so just like it was two kids I didn't know that they had played together for 12 years, and they kind of worked it out. They're like, no, wait, we were on the same flag football team together. And so to see them kind of have that light bulb go off, is pretty special for them to make that connection with that group. And this is, kind of our home stretch of games, and, their senior season is the sun's starting to set on them. And so they're, starting to enjoy and be more aware of moments like that.
Yeah. I think I might have saw that during that week, you might have had the Joe Lane versus Fremont game. Was that this last week? Is that? And I know that kind of that community outreach, building from the grassroots level up, is always big. With not having a game, was that kind of fun for maybe some of the older guys to get a chance to be around some of these middle school kids, and for those kids getting a chance to kind of be around the high school program a little bit? Was that part of that?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we had faculty out, and we had parents and alumni from the middle school, right? One of the coaches told me is like, eighth generation, Joe Lane Middle School, that kind of thing. And so that was kind of fun. It was really great to have the boys out rooting for the guys that are going to pick up the mantle when they leave. One of the best things I heard from the sideline from kids, because I spent some time on the Fremont sideline, spent some time on the Joe Lane sideline. The best things that I heard was there was a 3-yard carry, and heard kids go, "Hey, we're on schedule," and I was like, "Oh yes, it's reached the youth," and so that was really fun, and the kids playing with a lot of heart and passion, and coaches coaching hard, and just this community loves football, and we're incredibly appreciative of our community and want to be able to support them just like they support us.
Yeah. Sounds like the bye week did you guys well on the health front. You mentioned trying to get guys off their legs. How do you feel like you guys are looking as you get into these final 3 regular season games for Roseburg?
Yeah, I think football is still a physical sport, and you're going to have bangs, kids that are banged up, some bruises, things like that. We're fortunate enough to have a medical professional right across from our field, and so we check in with our athletic trainer and what's the speed, what's the tempo, and they follow up with her after practice, and sometimes it's an ice bath when it's 50 degrees outside, right? Or they think it's 50 degrees, but they're having they're learning to take care of their bodies, right? Like we want them to advocate for themselves, go see our athletic trainer if something's wrong, say something, so I mean they're learning those skills as well.
You had been asking about when fall was going to roll around. You got a little bit of that last week. Looks like this week's going to shape up to be a pretty nice one for homecoming week. As you guys get through practice this week, I know 3 games left to go. We are where we are here. What's the focus for these guys for these final 3 weeks? And what's your kind of role as the coach to try and just see what you can do here these final 3 weeks? Kind of where's the focus at, and what's the message been to these guys?
I think the message has been, sending our seniors off the right way. And executing, we don't really have a theme necessarily or anything out of the ordinary. We're trying to win football games, and the kids are aware of that. They know that they want to finish out these three weeks on a positive note. They're disappointed with outcomes of previous games, as I know it wasn't what we were expecting, but that's what's happened, and so we move on to the next opponent, and now it's South Eugene, and so we're looking to get a win on Friday.
Speaking of the South Eugene Axe, they're coming here to your guys' place. It is homecoming week. How does that add to kind of the energy, maybe a little bit of a buzz this week with it being homecoming week and being a home game?
Well, I think sometimes there's distractions, but there's been a lot of fun activities for the kids to do at school. Just when we've talked about it, we just kind of mentioned that homecoming is a great opportunity to represent our community, and we want to represent our community well.
And as you get ready for South Eugene, taking a look at them, I know it's a program that is working to get back its feet underneath it as well. New coach again there this year. What do you know about these guys? What are some of the things that have stood out to you about them as you scout South Eugene?
Well, I think that they, they're looking, they're like an animal that's backed against the wall, just like we are. They're fighting, clawing, scratching for a win, and so are we. And so, they've got a few players that I think are going to present some matchup problems for us. And so we're looking at some ways at how we can help some of our players in knowing what type of matchups they're going to get in and how can we put them in the most advantageous position. And we know that South Eugene's going to give us a fight, and so we're trying to prepare for that fight for sure.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to you guys out there. Thanks so much for the time. That is Coach Matt Watson joining us here on our Bowers Industrial pregame coaches interview. We'll be back with more here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Back here at Roseburg High School, just about ready for kickoff. We're going to take our final break of the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Come back and get you ready to go here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
No music bed. Welcome you back here to Finlay Field as the opening kickoff is returned. Just about a yard for Toscano Martin, who will set Roseburg up. Caden Toscano Martin, a junior, a short return. He's one of the up men as the kick went short from South Eugene. Roseburg football will... Well, the Indians will start with the football. They'll start out at their own 32-yard line as we welcome you into tonight's broadcast, streaming live at 541radio.com and also on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel and, of course, here on The Score. Great to have you with us. It is the first game back for senior Corey Kimball. The quarterback will be under center his first game back. He turns, hands it, running over the right side, falling forward. The ball came out at the very end. The whistles will say the ball is down as Eli Smith with the carry will take it just a yard or two, just short of the 34. They'll only pick up about one on first down for the Roseburg Indians. We'll take a look at the Southern Septic Service starting lineup for Roseburg here in tonight's ball game. And already we've got an official's timeout. Looks like we've got a player that they want to double check on an equipment issue. So they will send him off to the sideline. So here we go. It'll be second down and 9 for Roseburg. Corey Kimball, the senior, back after 2 games missed due to an injury. He will turn to his left, hands it off. This time a lot more space for Smith. He gets into the secondary, and look out, here he goes. Final man misses at the 20, the 10, the 5, and there's a touchdown to start things off for the Roseburg Indians. The light show begins as Roseburg starts out the ball game with a big one. That'll go down as 57 yards to the house as Eli Smith will get it into the end zone. His second rushing touchdown of the season for the senior. And Roseburg strikes quickly. Just 2 plays needed, both of them runs by Smith. Snap on the PAT attempt. It's Remy Huerta, the senior, that'll put it through the uprights. He is now 8 for 9 on the season on PATs. Roseburg gets the early score. We'll come back and catch our breaths after this 30-second timeout here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At most dealerships, the relationship ends when you drive off the lot. But at Roseburg Honda, the relationship is just beginning. Whether it is regular maintenance, extra convenience, or just knowing that we're here for you, we treat every customer like family. Because at Roseburg Honda, you're not just buying a car, you're joining the Roseburg Honda family. Roseburg Honda, where we treat you like family because we are family.
Well, we are back here at Finlay Field at Roseburg High School. One score on the board already, 7-0 Roseburg. Hopefully you didn't join us late. Just 56 seconds into the ball game. Roseburg 2 plays. They cover a total of 58 yards. A 57-yard touchdown run by Eli Smith, his second of the season. The kick good by Remy Huerta. And it is 7-0 Roseburg in front. Huerta will kick it away. The right-footed kicker boots it deep. The return man for South Eugene thought it might go to the end zone. It doesn't. He picks it up, running to the right side. Stiff arm, won't make it back to the 15 for Rocco Higbee. Higbee, the junior, getting just outside the 10-yard line on the return, and South Eugene will have the football at their own 13-yard line. Southern Septic Service, from residential to commercial, they have your behind covered when it comes to septic tank pumping and inspections, portable toilet rentals, and grease trap cleaning. Southern Septic Service is woman and veteran owned and a proud supporter of our local sports teams. Well, take a look at the starting lineup here for the South Eugene Axe. It'll be a junior, Michael Shields, at quarterback. He hasn't spent a lot of time there this season. Last year, completed 1 of 5 passes for just 10 yards. He will set up in shotgun with a man to his left. Fakes the handoff to Higbee, going to take it himself, running to the near side, but won't escape the Roseburg defense. Coming up, helping make the stop, Colby Batchelor, along with Eli Rush, as they will drop Shields back to the 11-yard line. A loss of 2 on first down for the Axe. South Eugene coming in at 0-6. Haven't won a game since 2023. Their last win, believe it or not, was against the Willamette Wolverines. If you looked at Willamette, what they're at nowadays, that's kind of crazy to think. They have obviously turned that program around in a hurry there under new head coach Josh Line. But it has been a struggle. This program did have a couple of seasons after COVID that they didn't even have a team. They're trying to get the program back underneath itself, and they are trying to get things moving in the right direction. This is unfortunately not going to be in the right direction as they take too long to run the play in. It is going to be a delay of game on South Eugene, and that'll back them up 5 yards back to their own 6. First penalty of the first quarter. They're going to waive off the penalty and say that South Eugene got a timeout in just in time. So let's take a look at the rest of your Southern Septic Service starting lineup for the South Eugene Axe. Shields, the junior quarterback. In the backfield, we'll see Rocco Higbee and Henry Fawcett. In the receiving core, it is Gus Nelson, a senior, Julian Omptman, a sophomore, and Jackson Ingram, the tight end. He has been a big target. He's a talented, toolsy guy from the basketball team out there. He has been one that has stood out on tape. Up along the front line, Matt Moreno, Hunter Burgeon, Joseph Heindel, Cash Miller, and Theo Unruh is your starting lineup offensively for the Axe. South Eugene wearing the white tops, black trousers with purple and white stripes down the side, purple numbers on the front and the back of the jersey for the Axe. Roseburg in the home blacks with the white numbers on the front and the back of the jerseys, the orange stripe down the side, Indians in white on the pant leg as well. In shotgun, Shields rolling to his right, some pressure. He steps up in the pocket, will throw as pressure comes. It's picked off. It's Paxton Burke, his 5th interception of the season, and he tried to return it for 6. He'll get stopped just short of the goal line. It'll be 1st and goal for Roseburg as Paxton Burke, the senior, he was tied for the state lead at the 5A classification in interceptions this year with 4. He has his 5th to set up Roseburg with a scoring chance here in the first quarter. So Shields, with the pocket collapsing around him, throws it away, and he throws it over the middle late. And Paxton Burke, playing center field, unlike when he's in the spring season playing shortstop, picks that one off, returns it all the way down to the 1-yard line. With 9:52 to go in the first quarter, Roseburg has the football at the South Eugene 1, and they are close to taking a 2-score lead here. They'll set up, 3 backs in the backfield. Kimball under center, turns, hands it to Smith. He gets swallowed up on the left side. I don't think he snuck through at the end. He didn't. He ends up right back at the line of scrimmage, a gain of nothing. Smith already has the 1 touchdown on the night for Roseburg. The first and goal goes right back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job running right into the teeth of that defense. Jackson Ingram on that defensive inside. Your starting lineup offensively for Roseburg, the front line looking to try and block and see if they can open up a lane for somebody out of the backfield for the Indians. Colby Batchelor, Carter Johnson, George Gibby, Peyton Sharpless Tate, and Aiden Nutter are usual starters up there. We do see some guys that rotate through. One of them right now is Preston Berry at center. Underneath him is Kimball, turns, hands it off, running right side and in. Another touchdown for Eli Smith, his second of the night, and the Indians are back in the end zone. A 1-yard score after the interception. Eli Smith will have his second rushing touchdown of the night. He's up to 4, or make that 3 on the season. And now it'll be Huerta out to try and put the PAT through. His kick is up, away, and it is good. Quickly, 14-0. Roseburg in front with 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. We take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Social Security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
When it's time for pizza, make it Mountain Mike's. We only use the freshest ingredients, like our zesty pepperoni that curls when it's cooked to perfection. And don't worry, we put enough on every slice. Mountain Mike's. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Roseburg Country Club, established in 1922, offering an 18-hole course with excellent year-round playability. Find out more at roseburgcountryclub.com. 2 possessions, 2 scores, and Roseburg's done it quickly. They've run just 4 plays so far. They lead it 14-0, only 3 minutes into this ball game. They'll kick it away left to right. Here as sun has set in Roseburg on this Friday fall evening, although it was a nice day here today. The kick goes to about the 12-yard line for the return man. Higbee, no, they're going to wave this one dead. He went to a knee. I was wondering if they would call this or not. He went down to a knee to receive the football on the kickoff, and so he is down where he got it, which will be the 11-yard line. It was close. I wasn't sure. And they didn't initially blow the whistle, so that led me to think that maybe there was a chance he kept his knee off the turf, but Higbee, the return man, did not. So out comes the Axe on offense. This season for South Eugene, just 6.4 points per game, averaging just over 100 yards of total offense per game. I'll explain a little bit, and a new quarterback out there. Michael Shields had only attempted 10 passes coming into tonight, and he's only run it 10 times, so he has not necessarily been out there on the field much. And they're going to go direct snap to Higbee. He tries to run over the right side, got through the initial attack, but only makes it back to the original line of scrimmage, and will gain nothing on first down. So Higbee on his first carry of the night goes right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10. First year under new head coach Eric Scott. He's the 4th coach in 4 seasons at South Eugene. He took over for interim coach Derek Brimmer. Scott was previously an assistant coach at Willamette High School a few years ago. And he is hopefully, I think what they could really use is somebody that can be there for a while, really try to invest in the program and see if they can bring it up. Shields looking to pass. His pass knocked down, batted back into the end zone. Pressure from the left side, and that's Aiden Nutter that gets in on the pass breakup. Incompletion will make it third down and 10. Shields, his second pass attempt, first one was picked off. So it's third down, passing down here. Roseburg, I'm guessing, will fire up the horses up front. Sharpless Tate and Gibby in the middle. Batchelor and Nutter on the end. Roseburg's defensive front has really put a lot of pressure on opposing offenses this season. Shields gets the shotgun snap. They try to set up a screen, and it was knocked down. I want to say Nutter might have gotten a hand on that again, or it could have been Gibby. They're both in the vicinity there. Another incompletion, and it's going to be a 3-and-out for the Axe. They'll be putting it away with 8 minutes to go on the clock. That drive takes just 1 minute. And now the kick from deep in their own territory. Paxton Burke will set up as the return man for Roseburg. 14-0 our score, 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. Roseburg on top big. The punter will set up with his feet in the end zone. Gets a good snap, gets the kick away. There is a penalty flag out. The return from the 40 for Burke goes right to the numbers, tries to go back to his left, cuts back to the numbers, and tried to spin out of a couple of tackles, does not. First man to get arms around Paxton Burke for South Eugene. Asher Turnbull stops Paxton Burke right around the 25-yard line. I don't see anybody marking where the end of the return was. But we'll also wait to find out what the penalty flag was against. It was against South Eugene. So it's a false start against South Eugene. Roseburg's going to decline. So we've had two penalty flags. One was waved off because South Eugene called a timeout before the delay of game, and now we have another one that is declined. So far, no accepted penalties in this one, and Roseburg has the football with 7:47 to go, and they have it once again in South Eugene territory. The ball will be at the 22-yard line. A little better field position than I was initially thinking for the Indians on the return by Burke. That will be an 18-yard punt return for Burke. Kimball turns, hands it. Smith goes left side, bounces off a one tackler, and now will get thrown down at the 20-yard line. Coming up to make the stop for South Eugene was Daniel Jetty, a junior, leading tackler on this Axe team. Comes in with 3 tackles for loss. And he makes the stop on first down after a short gain to the 19 officially for Smith. Right now the offense has been all Eli Smith, the senior, 5'9", 165 pounds, returned last week after a one-game absence due to injury. Had 6 carries for 21 yards. He came in tonight, 42 carries, 180 yards, and 1 touchdown. He's already put 2 on the board. They'll set up I formation behind Kimball, give it once again to Smith. He runs over the right side of the offensive line and gets taken down at the 17. Roseburg going with their midline dive offense right through the middle of the offensive line, able to pick up a couple of yards at a time. And now will find themselves, though, facing third down and medium. About 5 yards to go here in the red zone for Roseburg. 6 carries, 64 yards for Smith. 57 of those coming on 1 carry for a touchdown. Third down and 5. We'll see if Roseburg airs it out at all. They've got 1 target spread left side. Instead, it's a pitch, trying to stretch it to the edge. It's Dre Burwell, first carry tonight. He had the ball poked out at the end. It goes out of bounds, so Roseburg will keep the football, and they do have a first down. The ball goes to the 11-yard line, I believe. Dre Burwell, his first carry of the night. And it'll go inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 on the ground for Burwell. Dre Burwell, a 2-point conversion last week in the last game. It's been 2 weeks since Roseburg was out on the field for a game after a bye week last Friday. Burwell ran in a 2-point conversion against North Eugene in a game that came down to a 2-point conversion. Roseburg electing to try and go for 2 to win the game as the clock was barely any time left. They could not get the 2-point try. They go on the handoff to Smith, who was in as a fullback with Burwell, the deep back, in the I formation. Smith goes short yardage on 1st and goal. It will be down to the 6, a pickup of 2. 2nd down and goal for the Indians. They lead it 14-0, 5:18 to go here in the first quarter. Roseburg, Vi Palomalu in at a tackle position. He's got Sharpless Tate to his left. The center right now is Preston Berry. He's got Carter Johnson to his left and Colby Batchelor at the left tackle position. 2nd down and goal. Kimball with a double tight end to the right. The B-back to the left end. They're going to pitch it to Burwell. Switches the hands, and he gets to the edge and around the corner and in. Touchdown, Roseburg. The Indians put another 6 on the board. And they will stretch their lead to 3 scores here. Pending the extra point, Dre Burwell will get in. And for Burwell, he strikes from 6 yards out. And for Dre Burwell, his first rushing touchdown of the season. PAT united out, and they're going to go on a fake. Running left side, McLean Stedman stretches it to the pylon, and he is in for the 2-point try. Roseburg will make it 22-0 with 4:44 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, 2 high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continue to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni and salami with olives. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
Oh. Roseburg goes 5 plays. They wore off 3 minutes and 3 seconds as they cover 22 yards and put a 3rd score on the board. This time it was Dre Burwell from 6 yards out. 2-point try went in for McLean Stedman. Kickoff away. It's Higbee on the return. This time was able to keep his knee off the ground, and he will get outside the 20 to about the 20. They'll spot him at the 25. And South Eugene will have their best field position of the night. So far, they have not gained any yards. They went 3 and out on their last possession. The first run went right back to the line of scrimmage and then 2 incompletions, and they had to punt it away. Their first one, they lost 2 yards on the first play and then threw an interception. Dre Burwell with his first rushing touchdown of the season for the Roseburg Indians. Nice for the senior to get a chance to get into the end zone. 4:37 to go here in the first period. Shields in at shotgun with a man to his left. Flicks it out to the far side, and it goes through the hands of his intended receiver. Believe that was Fawcett. Henry Fawcett, the senior. That one right through his hands. A little high, but it was definitely catchable, and he couldn't hang on to it. It'll be 2nd down and 10, tonight's game. Brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Roseburg, some press coverage on the outside as 2 targets to the right side, 1 to the left for South Eugene. Handed off, running over the left side, some space, gets to the edge, but Roseburg collapses quickly. Batchelor there, along with A.J. Black and Nick Ruiz. Those are some names we've been saying a lot here lately on the defensive side for the Indians. Nick Ruiz and A.J. Black, a couple of juniors, a couple of top tacklers on this team for Roseburg. Ruiz is now leading the team in tackles. He came in tonight with 36 total, 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. A.J. Black, 23 and a half tackles on the year. Those 2 juniors, they will definitely be leaders on the defensive side of the ball coming up next year. Out to the 29 on that carry, pickup of 4 on the ground for Higbee. Positive yardage. And it sets up 3rd down and 6. Shields in shotgun. He's got Higbee to his right. 3 targets to the right side of the field. Ball in the left hash mark. Looking to pass over the middle. He goes to the big man, Ingram. And he has got the catch and a 1st down. Burwell's got him trying to pull him backwards. You've got Toscano Martin and Rush that all get in and help push him back. He is listed, the article I read said he was 6'6". He's a basketball player, but he's an athletic kid, and he showed off his size and his good hands there, as South Eugene will have their first completion and their first 1st down of the night. They get it out to the 37, a pickup of 8 through the air for Ingram. Homecoming night here tonight. We'll have plenty of festivities coming up at halftime. I believe we'll have a performance by the Roseburg High Marching Band. It looked like they probably were getting their stuff out, always usually do. Always enjoy those performances. We got 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Roseburg leading 22-0. Handed off in the backfield, escaping the first man over the left side. Higbee will not go down until Nick Ruiz comes and finishes him off for A.J. Black and Eli Rush, who were there initially. Hard running from Rocco Higbee, and he will pick up short yardage to the 39, a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Axe. Rocco Higbee came into tonight's action. He has done a little bit of everything, including last week against Springfield. Higbee ran for he passed twice, completed both of them for 31 yards. He ran 13 times for 39 yards and had a catch for 10 yards. Rolling out to his right, Shields trying to escape pressure, throws it, and it is knocked away by Emery Hertini. Not a bad throw there, needed to lead the receiver just a hair more, but on the run with some pressure coming quickly behind him. Nice job there by Shields to put that ball close on target. A nice play made by Hertini to knock that one away. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Clock stops with 2:04 to go. Higbee, again, last week he completed 2 passes. He ran the ball 13 times, and he had a reception for 10 yards. He's done a little bit of everything. Came into tonight, 39 carries for 153 yards on the season, 1 touchdown, averaging 3.9 yards per carry. They'll set up in the pistol. Rolling out to his right, Shields throws towards the sideline. It is picked off by McLean Stedman. First interception of the season for Stedman, who has been a tough guy to throw against. Leads the team in pass breakups, and he has his first interception of the year. Roseburg will get the football back in South Eugene territory, their 2nd takeaway of the night. It comes with 1:57 to go here in the first quarter. Roseburg will start with the ball at the South Eugene 42. South Eugene actually on the year was +1 on the turnover margin coming into tonight's contest. With the 2 interceptions already thrown, they are now down to -1 on the turnover margin. Offense back out on the field. Corey Kimball under center. Moves a man in motion. They will pitch it to the deep back, which was Burwell. He sheds the first tackler. Now he's going to revert all the way the opposite direction. He'll go the other way. Kimball's out there blocking. There are penalty flags out. And Burwell will get tripped up, tumbling forward out about the 20-yard line. But this one's going to be coming back as Roseburg, when a player goes completely one direction and reverts all the way back the other way, there's a good chance this is going to be a holding against Roseburg as the guys that were out there blocking get kind of twisted up and suddenly have to block the different direction. It is a hold against Roseburg. And we've got 2 flags out there. One's at the 45, one's back at the 48. I think they're going to say it's from the 45-yard line. So Roseburg will have the first penalty of the night. And that'll back them up. Oh, actually, they're going to go from the line of scrimmage, so the 42. It'll go back into Roseburg territory, and this is the first time the ball has been on the other side of the 50 since the opening drive for Roseburg when they started at their own 32. Roseburg will have the ball at their own 48. 1:43 to go here in the first quarter. Already a 22-0 lead for the Tribe. Roseburg has not attempted a pass tonight. Handed off on the end around for Stedman. He tries to stretch it, gets to the edge. He's at the numbers. Excuse me, this is Burke in what has been a typical McLean Stedman role. Burke gets it on the end around, stretches it all the way to the near sideline. He goes from the left all the way to the right, and he will get it to the South Eugene 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 12 on the ground for Paxton Burke. After the penalty, it's not enough to move the chain, so Roseburg will keep going. If I'm not mistaken, that might just be the first offensive yardage for Paxton Burke on the year. It's definitely his first carry, and it is. Yeah, that's the first time he's truly touched the ball on the offensive side. He has been out there, but has not gotten it. Here goes Stedman in the end around. He fakes it going left. They hand it off instead to Smith. He breaks free. He's at the 15, at the 5. He gets tripped up and taken out of bounds. Smith thought he was going to get rushing touchdown number 4 on the night, but he gets taken out just before the goal line. Well, big result in college football tonight, but we'll get to that in a moment. A run goes all the way to the 4-yard line for Smith. That'll be a pickup of 36, and with that, he is over 100 yards on the night. He's at 102. And for Smith, that is his first 100-yard gain of the year. First down for the Indians and goal with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. I formation. The deep back is Burwell. Give it to him, running over the left side. Burwell to the goal line, and he's in. I said Smith looking for his 4th rushing touchdown of the night. This time it's Burwell, and Burwell gets his 2nd as he had the 3rd score of the night for Roseburg. Roseburg scoring quick and quite a bit here in the first quarter, losing track of who's done them all. This time it is Burwell that takes it in, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night, this one from 4 yards out. So a couple of seniors getting their rushing touchdown totals up here tonight. The PAT was good by Remy Huerta. And Roseburg now leading at 29-0 here in the first quarter. 1:10 still left to go here in the first period. Getting score updates from other games around Douglas County here tonight. We'll have those to look at coming up at halftime. So stick around for that. That'll be the Abbey's Legendary Pizza halftime report. But we got a ways to go before that. Feels like we should be close to halftime with how much scoring Roseburg's been doing here tonight. But it's only 1:10 to go still left in the first quarter. Tonight's ball game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Check them out at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's proudly supporting and sponsoring the Friday night pregame show. That leads into Roseburg football here on the radio on Friday nights. Tune in at 6 o'clock to hear from a student athlete from a football team around Douglas County, hear from the opposing coach for Roseburg, and get caught up with what's going on Friday nights around the Umpqua Basin. So Burwell has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. The kickoff away. Huerta will angle it away from the return man, and it will go out of bounds, or go into the end zone, so a touchback. South Eugene will have it out at their 20. So Burwell takes it in. He's at 19 yards on 3 carries so far. Here comes the offense back out on the field for South Eugene. Roseburg Indians football brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call them at 541-672-5701. Move a man out of the backfield in motion. Higbee catch goes off his hands and off of one of his teammates, off of his back, incomplete. For second down and 10 now for South Eugene. There was a an alumni tailgate here tonight. The RHS alumni tailgate party presented by the Roseburg High School Foundation. Kind of wandered by it for a second. They had Granny's Mini Hut out there. I heard the marching band playing out there. Looked like there were some folks starting to show up. I was out there a little bit early. Hopefully they had a good time tonight. Low snap on the shotgun. They try to run a bit of an option. Shields didn't quite give it away quickly. Finally does let Higbee have it. And Rocco gets taken down back at the 15-yard line. A loss of 5. As Roseburg's defense will get in there. And it'll make it 3rd and 15. Well, in college football, this might make some Oregon Duck fans happy. I don't know if you don't want to root for a former coach. Miami ended up losing tonight. Number 2 Miami gets upset. Let me double check here who it was. I just saw the Louisville, unranked, handing number 2 Miami its first loss of the season. They intercepted Carson Beck, their quarterback, 4 times in that game. 3rd down and 15. Roseburg spreads it out, as so does South Eugene. 3 targets to the left for Shields. He'll roll that direction. Pressure coming. Tries to make a throw out to his intended target, Fawcett. It fell short. It'll be incomplete. He had to throw across his body, and that's just an awkward angle for any quarterback. And Shields just could not quite get that one away. So it'll be incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 15 from their own 15. We are down to 7.6 seconds to go in the first quarter. They'll set up with the punt unit once again for South Eugene. Paxton Burke back at about the 45 on the Axe half of the field. Setting up for a return. Good snap. Kick is away. Decent. Not very deep, though. Burke on the run. Gets it at about the 34. Make that cut to the left side. Gets to the outside edge. No one's going to catch him. And he's going to take it in for a touchdown. Another special teams touchdown for the Roseburg Indians this season. For Paxton Burke, it's his second non-offensive touchdown of the season. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown earlier this year. Takes this one 34 yards on the punt return for a score. PAT from Huerta is good once again. And Roseburg is leading big in this one. They are on top 36-0 here in the first quarter. And that punt return takes us to the end of the first quarter. It's Roseburg leading 36-0 back after a 1-minute timeout here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
As we welcome you in tonight here for Roseburg football on homecoming night, the Indians giving the home crowd something to cheer about. Kickoff goes to the 15-yard line for Higbee. He will make his way all the way up the middle. Look out. Here go the Axe into Roseburg territory. Higbee, a stiff arm, trying to get away from Huerta, who will shove him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. There's no laundry on the field, and South Eugene, a huge spark for them. The Axe will have the ball deep in Roseburg territory for the first time tonight. Nice job there on the return from the 15. They will spot this one at the Roseburg 26-yard line. That's a 59-yard return for Higbee. So that sets up South Eugene with the football at the Roseburg 26-yard line. Needless to say, their best field position of the night. Their run play, handoff, going over the left side. This is Asher Turnbull, who is getting a chance to tote the rock just a bit. He picked up a couple of yards on first down to the Roseburg 24. 2 yards on first down for Turnbull. So it'll second down and 8 for the Axe. Second quarter, clock running. If you are asking yourself, yes, there is a mercy rule running clock scenario in high school football here in the state of Oregon. It is a 35-point lead, but it doesn't kick in until the second half. So keep that in mind. Shotgun snap intended for Fawcett. They had a wildcat formation, Fawcett in at quarterback, and he couldn't handle the shotgun snap. He bobbled it around and jumps on it back at the 30-yard line. So the fumble will take the ball back 6 yards. So Fawcett will lose the yardage there for South Eugene. That makes it third down and 14. They'll break the huddle. They've got Shields back in shotgun. They've got a man behind him in the pistol. 3-man front for Roseburg. 3 targets to the right side. Another bobbled snap, this time by Shields. He rolls to his left, back to his right, outruns Nutter. Now pressure coming. He hucks it away. Tried to get it downfield as he gets hit as he releases it. Intended for Julian Omptman, and it didn't have enough behind it. It'll be incomplete, but he avoids the sack. A little bit of scrambling there for Shields. And South Eugene deep in Roseburg territory. I think this is going to be go for it territory, facing 4th down and 14. The Axe got a big return on the kickoff. Set them up in Roseburg territory, but a couple of bobbled snaps have kind of derailed their chances to try and move the ball in the enemy territory. Spread out wide to the right side is Nelson. Fawcett and Ingram out that way as well. 1 target to the left side, and there's penalty flags out. It's going to be a false start against the Axe. South Eugene will be moving backwards. 9:59 to go in the first half. Ball back to the 35-yard line. So they've got 4th down and 19 now to try and make up. And they stay with the offense on the field. Shields in shotgun. Trips to the right side. Roseburg showing as if they're coming. They don't. They will fire it down the field, and there's another interception for Burke. His 6th of the season, 2nd of the night, returns to the far side, and will get taken down out of bounds on the far side of the field. Catching up to him and taking him down was Asher Turnbull, 3rd interception of the night for Shields. Burke now with 2. Stedman has 1 tonight as well, and he will set up Roseburg with the ball at the 45-yard line in Roseburg territory. .9:48 to go before the halftime break. South Eugene does get the ball to start the second half. Max Christenberry late onto the field. He'll spread out to the far side. You've got Stedman and Burwell to the left. Under center is Corey Kimball. He has not thrown the ball tonight, and there's a ball comes out, and penalty flags do as well. Yellow hankies on the field once again. And it's a false start on Roseburg. Some miscommunication on the snap count. Back to their own 40. So it'll be 1st down and 15. Kimball under center, looking to pass. They go out to Stedman. A long pass out into the flat. Stedman weaves his way, gets across the 50, slides forward as he is tackled. Going to be short of the 1st down, but picks up good yardage on 1st after the penalty. Spotted into Axe territory at the 48-yard line. First pass completion of the night for Corey Kimball, who's been out a couple of weeks. It's a pickup of 12 through the air for Kimball, connecting with Stedman. Kimball out with an injury. Finally gets healthy enough to get back. He probably could have played 2 weeks ago against North Eugene, but he wouldn't have been 100%. And with the bye week coming and Caden Moon playing pretty well at quarterback, they decided to let Kimball get a little bit of rest, extra rest. As timeout taken by Roseburg, they could not get the offense dialed up the way they wanted to. Roseburg will take the timeout. Let's get one in as well. A 30-second break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, 2 high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
.8:54 to go here in the first half. Roseburg out of the timeout with the football, facing second and short. Tonight's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. So Kimball, back after the injury, getting the start here tonight. Hands it off to Dirksen running up the middle. And Dirksen manages to find his way to wiggle through, get across the 45, down to about the 44-yard line. Picks up the first down as he gets 4. Dirksen's first carry of the night. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Tribe as they move the chains. Caden Moon is out tonight. Again, he was kind of a similar spot, a little dinged up. They maybe could have had him out there if they really needed him, but they wanted to give him a little bit extra time to heal up. As a handoff running right side. Dirksen, he went where he was supposed to, but man, if he had seen the cutback lane, there was a wide open hole he could have cut up the middle on. Didn't quite see it right off the bat, and so he does do a nice job of picking up good yardage on first down, but could have been a little chance for more there for him. takes it to the 41-yard line, picking up 3. But good to see that Kimball's back, and look forward to getting Moon back out there. Moon, it was fun to see him running the quarterback position. He looked very adept at it, just a junior. Will likely be the starter for that position coming up next year once Kimball graduates. And nice to know that Roseburg has a guy they can feel pretty good about at that position. Quick handoff to Dirksen again. This time he breaks free on the cut back up the middle. He bounced off the first tackle, cut back to his left, and gets down to the 29-yard line. Moves the chains on a pickup of 12. First down and 10 from the 29-yard line. It's been all Roseburg to start here tonight. 36-0 over South Eugene with 7:28 to go in the second quarter. That was our score at the end of the first period. Kimball sets up with Eli Smith behind him. The two B-backs on either end of the line. It's Rush and Burwell. Stedman to the left side. And I believe that's Chris and Barry spread out to the right side. Burwell moves in motion from right to left. They pitch it to him. Going left side. Has blockers out there. But one man out there does get through and is able to get him. Chops him down after about a 3-yard pickup for Burwell. He gets to the 27. That's a pickup of 2. Might be one they watch on tape and they think we had 3 or 4 blockers out there and one guy sneaks through and takes down our running back for just a 2-yard gain. We had the guys, had the numbers. You would have liked to have seen him be able to block and get him a little bit more space. I believe a timeout's been called. It looked like maybe either an injury or a late player trying to get off the field for South Eugene, and the timeout was called instead of taking a possible penalty there. Timeout for South Eugene with 6:33 left to go here in the first half. It is 36-0. Roseburg in front of the Axe. Joey Keeran here with you, helping out tonight. Angela Keeran back in the studio. Dale Cranford with the radio production here tonight. Thanks to you, everybody, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast. It's great to have you with us, whether you're watching on the video stream on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube, or if you're tuning in on the radio or listening online. We appreciate you joining us for Roseburg football here tonight. If you are watching on YouTube, or if you're not watching right now, but you might later, we encourage you to go hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell notification, and then you can get alerted when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High Sports. Obviously, we're just kicking off the school year, so there is a lot of athletics still to go throughout the rest of the year. That means we'll probably have quite a few more broadcasts for you coming up through the rest of the year. All right, it is second down and 8. Out of the timeout by South Eugene. Roseburg with the football. Pass out to the far side. It was caught, went down to a knee, then ball came out for Christenberry. Are they going to say that he was down, or was it incomplete? Ball got spotted back to the 31. I would say that Christenberry definitely was down if he had had possession of the football. It looks like they're going to say that he did and went down, although the officials will get together. So I do believe they are going to say that it was a complete pass and that he was down. So it's back to the 31. So backwards on that one for Christenberry. He'll lose 4 yards on the completion, just the second completion of the night for Kimball. Third down and 12 yards. Kimball, a late handoff to Burwell, going left side, makes a cut, gets up the middle, gets to the 20, gets taken down right around the line to gain, and they're going to give him a forward progress all the way down to about the 17-yard line, and Dre Burwell will move the chains on a big run on third down and long. Gets it down to the 17-yard line. He picks up 14 on the carry. So it'll be 35 yards on 5 carries for Burwell tonight. He's got the 2 touchdowns already this evening. From the 17-yard line, a late man trying to get on the field for South Eugene. He's going to run back to the sideline. They already had 11 guys out there. Move a man in motion. That is Stedman going from left to right on the end-around sweep. Penalty flag out as Stedman gets pushed out of bounds on the far side. And a player is down in out-of-bounds territory for South Eugene. The runways for the long jump pits and the triple jump pits have mats on them. And I've seen so many guys hit those mats in their cleats and then take a hard tumble that they don't expect. That might have just happened to a South Eugene player over there as he was trying to make the tackle on McLean Stedman, went out of bounds and ends up laying on those hard plastic mats, those rubber mats out there that kind of protect the runway for the long jump pits from the football and soccer players that come out here with their cleats on. They don't want to rough up the rubberized runways on those long jump pits. Penalty is going to go against Roseburg. It's going to be a hold and back him up to 1st and long, but we do have a player down that they've kind of stopped play on here for a moment. He's not in the field of play, so they will probably get play resumed here while they continue to tend to the injured player on the sideline. Football is going to be out to the 23-yard line for Roseburg. A loss of 6 from the line of scrimmage. The penalty flag was a yard behind the line. They might actually still be holding this up for the injured player, even though he is not involved in the area where the game is happening. Well, we got a break in the action here. Let you know tonight's game brought to you by Winston Auto Care. Don't strike out with car troubles. Call Winston Auto Care at 541-679-8685. Your home team for automotive repair for over 25 years. And by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. All right, the player on the sideline is up, walking under his own power, but limping a bit. Back to the action on the field between the lines. 1st down and 16 for Roseburg. Kimball in shotgun will move Burke in motion. Now it's going to be a keeper. First time on the ground for Kimball. He runs over the middle, hurdled one player, and he carries a defender and then gets leveled. Turnbull coming in to take down Kimball inside the 15-yard line as Kimball hurdled one player, then got wrapped up and carried a defender for a couple more yards before getting taken down by another South Eugene player coming in to make the stop. They put it down to the 12-yard line for Kimball. That'll be a pickup of 11 on his first carry of the night. And I got to imagine with a healthy lead in this one, Roseburg doesn't necessarily need to call Kimball's number much in the ground game. They want to try and keep him healthy for the final 2 weeks of the regular season after this. Kimball handed off to Burwell, the deep back out of the I formation, and he will take on contact as he rumbles into the end zone for a 3rd time tonight. Touchdown, Roseburg. Roseburg will take another one to the house. Burwell in from 12 yards out this time, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. And Remy Huerta is on for the PAT. The right-footed kicker will get it through the uprights. And Roseburg tacks on another point as they lead this one 43-0. 4:49 to go in the first half. Let's take a 30-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The Umpqua Dairy Family Reunion. Most people are very familiar with our special ice cream flavor of the months. But did you know that our ice cream is a direct descendant of our milk family, including our newest family members, the organic family of products? Throw in a few more family members, including cottage cheese, sour cream, and whipping cream, and you're going to need a larger shopping cart. And of course, Aunt Gladys loves each and every family member equally. We're Umpqua Dairy, Oregon's favorite dairy family for almost 90 years.
12-yard touchdown run by Dre Burwell, his third rushing touchdown of the night. He came into tonight's contest without a rushing touchdown on the season, and he now has 3. This one from 12 yards. Roseburg needed 9 plays to cover 55 yards. And with 4:49 to go in the first half, they lead it 43-0. Kickoff away, angled to the sideline. It was at about the 8-yard line that the return man for South Eugene got it, and it gets stood up and pelted pretty good right about that 20-yard line. They give him the forward progression to the 21, Rocco Higbee on the return. South Eugene with the football once again. They have turned it over 3 times on 3 interceptions by their quarterback, Michael Shields. Coming up here at the halftime break, it'll be the Abbey's Legendary Pizza Report. We will take a look at scores from other games going on around Douglas County, run through the schedule for you and get you caught up on things. We've had some folks shooting us scores on what's going on here this evening. All right, first down and 10. South Eugene with it. The ball at their own 21. Fake right, go left for Turnbull. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage after it looked like he was going to get stopped in the backfield. Nice job. A little jitterbug out there, scooting his way through the black jerseys. But all that effort, he picks up maybe a yard to the 22. 1 yard on the carry for Turnbull. Second down and 9. The marching band is setting up for their halftime performance, so we will bring you some of that coming up here. We will bring you the halftime marching band performance. It's an award-winning one. They've been performing well in competitions this season, which is cool to see. Second down and 9. Handed off, running, trying to go right, tried to cut back to the left. Didn't trust the hole that was there. It looked like there was some space for Turnbull, but he didn't trust it, then tried to reverse back the other direction and got dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle for loss for Roseburg. They'll spot the ball back at the 20, a loss of 2. 3:23 and counting. Clock continues to run. South Eugene with 1 timeout left to go here in the first half. Roseburg with 2. Unless South Eugene is able to go on a run here in the first half in the final 3 minutes, it looks like we should have a running clock for the second half of today's ball game. Dropping back, Shields looking to pass, goes over the middle. He had Ingram wide open. They had 2 guys there to cover him, but Ingram makes the catch and gets taken down at the 31. There's a penalty flag back in the backfield, and it's roughing the passer against Roseburg. So not only the completion out to the 31-yard line for 11 yards through the air to Ingram, but then you're going to tack on the penalty, and South Eugene's going to get some pretty good yardage out of this play. We'll spot it all the way out to the 46-yard line. So South Eugene has the ball near midfield after the penalty. 2:45 to go in the first half. The Axe trailing 43-0. Clock runs after the ball spot as Ingram was tackled inbounds. Ingram, the leading receiver on this team. On the season, he came in with 11 catches. They pitch it, a toss right side for Higbee. He'll get through the line and gets short yardage to about the 49. Close to midfield. He picks up 3. Second down and 7. Down to 2 minutes to go here in the first half. The Axe in their road whites huddle up. About 8 to 9 yards deep. They will break the huddle and head to the line. Matt Moreno, the center, ready for the shotgun snap. And it's going to be a timeout. South Eugene will take their final one. So the Axe will burn a timeout here. Let's go ahead and we'll take a 30-second timeout as well on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Out of the timeout by the Axe, they'll have the football facing second down and 7. Tonight's game brought to you by Evergreen Family Medicine. Expect the unexpected at Evergreen Family Medicine, serving Roseburg, Myrtle Creek, and Sutherland. Evergreen offers more than traditional primary care. You can always expect more from Evergreen. They tried to go on a double handoff. They went right, then tried to force it back left. Ball is out, bobbled around, picked up by Christenberry. Max Christenberry on the fumble recovery, takes it to the 34-yard line. A penalty flag comes out from the near side. I don't think it'll overturn the fumble. The ball got stripped out of the hands of Gus Nelson. They handed it off to Higbee running right. Then Nelson going back left, got it on a handoff from Higbee. He had it, but got wrapped up quickly, and then Roseburg strips the ball out. It was like a greased pig out there on ice, and Roseburg was able to finally get it. Christenberry returned it for short yardage, his first fumble recovery on the year, if it stands, which I would assume it does, as the officials are discussing here. Waiting on the call. Well, they call a penalty against Roseburg, I believe, but it is Roseburg football, so they're going to take it from the 34-yard line. South Eugene territory, and then Roseburg will get backed up with the penalty after the takeaway. For Roseburg, let's see that we've had 3 interceptions and now 1 fumble recovery. So Roseburg with 4 takeaways on the night. They started the night -2 in the turnover margin, so now they're a +2 on the season in the turnover margin. As they get the ball at the 39, and it's a 5-yard penalty for the Tribe on that fumble recovery return. So 4th turnover of the night for South Eugene. First time it's a fumble. Roseburg will have the football with 1:26 left to go in the first half. Turn, hand it to Smith. Jump cut in the middle of the defense. And then able to keep moving north and south. They're going to put him to the 34-yard line. Pick up a 5 on first down for Eli Smith. He's already over 100 yards tonight. Adds to it there. He's got the 2 rushing touchdowns. Dre Burwell with 3 rushing touchdowns. Down to 60 seconds to go in this first half. Kimball will trot out to the huddle to relay the play call for the Indians, as they are with a 43-0 lead. They're not in any hurry here to try and get anything done, and I don't know. The near side line judge, I think Roseburg's taking a knee, and I think they must have been indicated on that. The officials from each sideline had crept out onto the field. Normally they're on the sideline, and I was quite confused on that. I thought they were going to call something there, but Roseburg takes a knee and will end the first half. At the break, they will lead this one 43-0 on top of South Eugene, and the Indians will have a running clock in the second half. First time that has happened since the season opener at Barlow, where Roseburg won 35-7. Halftime. Marching band's coming out. We'll bring you some of their performance. It's the Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime report. When we come back, it's also homecoming, so we probably got a lot of time to kill here coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back after this 2-minute break with the Abby's Pizza Legendary Pizza halftime report here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome, everybody, to the Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime report. Abby's Legendary Pizza, proud to sponsor today's Roseburg High School Indians football game. You could win a free large pizza of your choice. All you got to do is send an email to contests@abbeys.com and share your favorite legendary thing about football in Roseburg. That's contests@abbeys.com. Share your favorite legendary thing about Roseburg football, and you could win a large free pizza from Abby's. At the break, it is 43-0. Roseburg in front of South Eugene. Roseburg with 5 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Eli Smith with the first 2. Then Dre Burwell with 3. A punt return for a touchdown. And that helped Roseburg get a 6th touchdown on the board. And they are rolling in this one here tonight. They almost returned an interception for a touchdown, but Paxton Burke, who has 3 interceptions on the night, Burke was taken down. He has 2 interceptions on the night. Burke was taken down at the 1-yard line. Our score here at the break is 43-0. Instead of listening to me talking over the marching band, let's give you the Roseburg High School Marching Band. We let you listen to them here for a few minutes on the halftime show. The Roseburg High School Marching Band performing their show, Cruisin'. It is based off of themes of the 50s and 60s, taking from Graffiti Weekend here in Roseburg, a popular event every summer. Usually comes around late July, or is it June? Usually July. That's definitely something to check out if you're a classic car fan or you maybe grew up in the 50s and 60s. It's a fun thing to come and check out here in Roseburg. The marching band continues here at halftime. That is the Roseburg High School March Band. Okay, they started rocking out. We got to keep it here. We're going to keep it going. It's a longer halftime show, and we're going to let them keep rocking out. Roseburg High School Marching Band, they are rocking and cruising here tonight at halftime. And the Roseburg Indian football team is doing the same. They are leading this one 43-0 here at the break over South Eugene. We got to get in some breaks here, so I know the band has been fun to watch, but we've got to pay the bills. We'll take a quick time out here as we put together more of the stats from the first half. We'll have some of that for you as we are at the break. It's your Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime show. We'll let the marching band for another second play you out.
best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
You know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
First half numbers. Here at the break, it is Roseburg leading 43-0 on top of South Eugene on homecoming night. My guess is we're about to start getting homecoming festivities here. It looks like they are announcing the homecoming court down on the field. We will at least have that on as we are talking about the first half of action between Roseburg and South Eugene. Down on the field, they are having the homecoming court, the princesses walking out. So that's always fun for everybody. Girls get to get all dolled up, and all their friends get to cheer from the stands. The boys, many of them get to dress up a little bit as well. Sometimes you get football players out there or even band members that have been out there performing in their uniforms. So we'll keep an eye on things here. Taking a look at the first half here, Roseburg built a 36-0 lead in the first quarter, extended it out to 43-0 with a score in the second quarter. In that first period, a 57-yard touchdown run from Eli Smith, who also had a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0. Then Dre Burwell, a 6-yard run to put a score on the board. McLean Stedman had the 2-point try to make it 22-0. Then Burwell had his second rushing touchdown, this time from 4 yards out. The kick by Remy Huerta, good to make it 29-0. A punt return by Paxton Burke, his second non-offensive score of the season, and that made it 36-0. And that would put him in a tie with McLean Stedman for the most non-offensive touchdowns on the team, which also, going into tonight, the lead in the 5A classification for non-offensive touchdowns was 2 for the 5A classification. So coming into tonight, McLean Stedman was tied for the state lead in 5A for non-offensive touchdowns. And now Paxton Burke's right there with him with a kickoff return and a punt return for a score. So special teams and defense, well, special teams actually really doing quite a bit for Roseburg this year. Then we had another touchdown run by Dre Burwell in the second quarter. Huerta, who is perfect on the night on PATs, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 PATs, 5 for 5 on the night. And he made his last one to make it 43-0. Roseburg with also 4 takeaways, 2 interceptions by Paxton Burke, 1 by McLean Stedman, and then a fumble recovery by Max Christenberry. So that is kind of the scoring from the first half in this one. Taking a look at offensive team numbers in this one. For South Eugene in the first half, 2 of 12 through the air for 19 yards, 3 interceptions. They had 11 carries for a total of -3 yards in the first half and 1 fumble loss. The 4 turnovers, they've got a total of 16 yards total in this one. For Roseburg, 2 for 2 through the air for 8 yards. They really just haven't had to pass it much. 20 carries, 196 yards, 5 touchdowns. They've got a total of 204 yards on the night so far in the first half. So that is how this one has played out so far through one half of football. Individual numbers for South Eugene. Michael Shields, the quarterback, he has attempted all of the passes, so 2 for 12, 3 interceptions. He's got 19 yards. Both completions going to Ingram. Jackson Ingram, the junior tight end. He has 2 catches for a total of 19 yards. On the ground, leading rusher with 4 yards on 5 carries is Rocco Higbee. And you've also got Asher Turnbull with 3 carries for a yard. And Shields, Fawcett, they've had 1 carry for negative yardage each. And Gus Nelson had a carry. I put it down for no gain. He probably got trapped right behind the line of scrimmage and ended up fumbling the football. And so I put it down for 0. In review later, might credit it with maybe a loss of 1 there, but we'll see. On the Roseburg side, 2 for 2 through the air for Corey Kimball. He's got 8 yards total. He completed 1 of 12 yards to McLean Stedman, had a pass completion to Max Christenberry, who was trapped at the line of scrimmage, got tackled for a loss of 4. So that actually took away yardage for Kimball through the air and for Christenberry on what I believe was his first catch of the year. Eli Smith on the ground, 9 carries, 107 yards. He's got the 2 touchdowns. Dre Burwell, 6 carries for 47 yards and 3 touchdowns. And then Cruz Dirksen, 3 carries for 19. Corey Kimball, 1 carry for 11. And Paxton Burke had 1 carry for 12 yards. That is a look at the numbers from the first half. We're still doing homecoming festivities down on the field, announcing all the young ladies that are part of this year's homecoming court. They've got 2 more to announce, so we'll keep it right here. And at least on the video stream, they can. We've got some of the coverage of what's going on out there. Unfortunately, can't really pick up the PA clearly here from the booth, so even if we just let that kind of play, you probably wouldn't have a good idea of what's being said. So we'll just kind of let that go out. This is our Abby's Legendary Pizza halftime report. Abby's Legendary Pizza, proud to sponsor today's Roseburg High School football game. You could win a free large pizza of your choice. Send an email to contest@abbeys.com and share your favorite legendary thing about Roseburg football. Don't forget to stick around in the postgame. It'll be the Umpqua Dairy postgame report. We will recap all of the things for you here from the first half. And we'll also name your player of the game, brought to you by Quality Fence. Doing it right for you. That is Quality Fence in Roseburg. We'll find out which Roseburg player was doing it right here tonight with the Quality Fence player of the game. This evening's contest brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. And by Gibbs RV Superstore, you gotta get to Gibbs. All right, they are announcing the final young lady part of the homecoming court here. I don't know if they have. Do they announce the gentlemen, or is it just the homecoming queens that get announced here at halftime, I guess? I don't see any guys out there. But we're going to find out who the homecoming princess, queen, I don't know what they title everybody anymore nowadays, but good to see all the young ladies all dazzled up here. Homecoming weekend here at Roseburg High School. Trying to see if I recognize any of the parents, then I might know who some of the young ladies are, but forgot my binoculars. So my eyesight's not that great from up here. All right. Well, I think they're getting close to announcing it down on the field. We will have, King was announced at Powder Puff, apparently. Thank you, Rachel, on the YouTube stream letting us know. Do you know who it was? Ryan Wilson. Okay. Powder Puff was yesterday, from what I was told. All the classes going against each other. I don't know which class won Powder Puff. I was busy yesterday, didn't get a chance. I was thinking I might try to stop by, but I did not get a chance to do so. I remember Powder Puff from back in high school. Always fun. All right. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see if we can pick it up here. The announcement was Alexa Bachmeyer is your homecoming queen. So there you go. She gets to celebrate. Congratulations to Alexa. All right, we will get in a break here, and we will come back. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll check some scores from around Douglas County and beyond here on the Abby's Legendary Pizza Halftime Report. Alexa Bachmeyer, your 2025 homecoming queen. Back in just a moment on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni and salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Want to give a shout out to Rachel on the YouTube channel there. She has been helping out with some information about Homecoming Week. The Orange R, Roseburg Student Media Organization, streaming the Powder Puff yesterday. That's pretty cool. I forget the young man's name, but I have worked with him a little bit. I was helping him kind of get some stuff going for streaming some of the JV activities. And I'm assuming that's probably who was doing that. So that's cool that he got the chance to do that. Seniors winning Powder Puff here on Homecoming Weekend. So there you go. That's good to see the seniors doing what seniors are supposed to do when it comes to any class competitions. Taking a look at some scores for you here tonight. First off, we start off with some six-man football, and here's a big one. It was a top 10 showdown. Number 9 Elkton at number 8 Powers. Both teams undefeated in league play going into the matchup, and the winner of this one will have a lead for first place in the league standings. Elkton, a 53-7 winner on top of Powers. Big win and big statement there by the Elks. That is huge, and they are in line to try and win a league title with that one. Days Creek getting a 20-12 win on top of McKenzie. A good one there for the Wolves. Some other scores that we have to pass along. South Umpqua on top of Brookings Harbor, 20-7 at halftime in that matchup from the Southern Oregon coast. And it's a Douglas County matchup between Glide and Oakland tonight, out at Oakland High School. And at the halftime break, that's a tight one, 7-6. Oakland on top of Glide in that one. I believe Glide scored first, but Oakland getting a touchdown before halftime and able to take the lead into the halftime break. Some of your other matchups on the schedule around the county tonight. Douglas is at Coquille. Sutherland hosting Siuslaw. North Douglas traveled to Mohawk tonight. Camas Valley hosting Prospect Charter. Glendale welcomes in Cross Point Christian today as well. Coming up tomorrow, Riddle is at Chiloquin for some 8-man football. We'll try to pass along other scores or updates on the scoreboard for you later on tonight if we get the opportunity to update you. All right, we are getting ready for the second half here. Just getting ready for the kickoff. It will be a running clock. As they kick it away, Huerta will punch it deep, and it'll go to the 9, and it won't go into the end zone. Stops at the 2. The return man for South Eugene has to take it up the sideline. That's Higbee once again, and he gets hit out of bounds. And it'll be at the 18-yard line for South Eugene. So here we go. Second half is underway. It will be a running clock, so this could be a quick one for us here. Roseburg leading 43-0 at the break. Largest lead of the season for Roseburg at any point. South Eugene starting at their own 18. Ball on the right hash mark in shotgun. Runner up the middle. Not a lot there. And it was Higbee on the direct snap. Went right up the middle, takes it to about the 19, a pickup of 1. So, let's turn down Tom Nelson just a little bit there. Don't need to be blown out by the PA announcer. Second down, and well, they put the ball out to the 20, so let's give Higbee another yard here. Second down and 8. I believe they've got Higbee back there in shotgun by himself. He's just going to run right up the middle, and he will sprint through the middle of the line out to the 24. Picks up 4 on that one. And it'll be third down and 4. Just right up the gut there by Higbee. They've gone to the Wildcat here for the Axe. And we told you last week, Higbee ran 13 times for 39 yards. He had 1 reception for 10 yards. And he also completed 2 passes for 31 yards. He did everything last week, and they've got him back there in the Wildcat shotgun position once again. And so he's getting the opportunity to do a little bit of everything once again. And they're going to leave him in there. They've got Shields out there. He is now spread out to the right side of the formation in a receiver's position. Higbee gives the handoff. It is Turnbull who will break free, and the ball came out. Roseburg forced another turnover at the 25-yard line, but it looks like South Eugene was able to hop back on top of it. And so Turnbull almost got stripped. He took the ball to just past the 25-yard line. A gain of 1 for Turnbull, and it's fourth down. So it'll be fourth down and about 2. A long 2 here. They keep the offense out there. Jab step goes over the left side, and it's going to be close. And the signal, I think, here on the near side and now confirmed on the far side, it's enough to move the chains. They'll spot the ball at the 28-yard line, just enough. And Higbee picks up 3, and it'll be a fresh set of downs for the Axe. They've only had a few first downs on the night, but they pick up 1 there. First down and 10, 28-yard line. Got a player moving around as the snap went. Higbee with it, running left side. And actually it was a handoff to Turnbull there. He gets trapped in the backfield behind the line of scrimmage. Back to the 26, loses 2. It'll be second down and 12. Up next for South Eugene, they did not have a bye week. They started in week 1. Roseburg started week 0 and got a bye week last week. So 3 games left to go, including tonight for South Eugene. They've got a tough stretch. They've got Churchill and Crater coming up next. Speaking of Churchill, it's a battle for the league title between Churchill and Thurston tonight. Those two teams battling it out for first place. Rolling out to his right, Higbee tucks it and runs, makes a couple of guys miss, keeps a tackler on his back and carries him out past the 35, out to about the 36, 37-yard line. They're going to put him out to the 37, a pickup of 11 on the ground for Higbee. It'll be third down and short now for the Axe. as they are marching towards midfield. Thurston and Churchill, they're playing tonight. Those two teams, Thurston leading the way at 5-0, Churchill at 3-1, Crater at 3-1. So right now it's Thurston's conference to lose, but big matchup there between Churchill, who won the league last year, knocking Thurston out of the top spot. We'll get a timeout down on the field, and that reminds me I got to reset the timeouts for those that are watching on the online stream. Third down, timeout was taken by South Eugene. We're going to keep it right here and let you know that tonight's game is brought to you by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. On the video stream, asked about who won Queen. It was Alexa Bachmeyer, if I'm not mistaken. That was named the Queen tonight. For Roseburg, they've got 2 more games after this one, and the hope was they could get to this home stretch and hopefully have a shot at kind of reeling off a few wins and have a winning record when it's all said and done. That's out of the cards for Roseburg now, but Roseburg has South Eugene and Eagle Point next. Eagle Point just 1 win on the season, and it was against South Eugene. And then they finish it out with Springfield, who is having a pretty good season, and that'll be a good matchup to finish out the regular season for the Indians. Springfield might be coming here looking to try and make the postseason. Shotgun snap, tapped around, but able to haul it back in is Higbee, and he just takes off running. And on third down and short, Rocco Higbee, he is doing a lot of it on his own. A penalty flag comes out as he gets out to the 49-yard line, just short of midfield. Higbee will pick up 12. He's got a carry of 11, now a carry of 12. As he is just putting the axe on his back. Penalty came out against South Eugene at the end of the play. So it was at the 49. So they are going to count it off from the end of the play. It'll be first down after the run by Higbee, but South Eugene will lose much of the yardage as the ball goes all the way back to the 34. So that play started at the 37. Higbee rumbled away 12 yards, but because of the penalty, a 15-yarder, they get a fresh set of downs, but they actually lose 3 yards from where they started that last play. So they were at the 37, ran it to the 49, but a 15-yard penalty backed them up to the 34. But they do have a fresh set of downs. And Higbee in shotgun, and Shields jumps out at a wide receiver position. Got the early start. That'll move them backwards. Back-to-back penalties for South Eugene. Roseburg heads to Eagle Point next week. That'll be my first chance to do a game at Eagle Point. I've not been there for football. I've done baseball down there. Not sure if we've done basketball there before, but never done football. That I know for sure. Higbee out of the Wildcat, takes off running over the left side, carries out to the 40-yard line, and they mark him down there. That'll be a pickup of 11, and look at Higbee go. 3 straight carries of double digits, 10 or more. Clock does continue to run here in this third quarter, and we're already down to 4 minutes left to go in the quarter. And we have run off just 8 plays. Had a couple of penalties in there that have helped wear off time. It's 43-0 Roseburg in front. This second half is looking like it might go quick. But there was a lot of scoring in the first half, so first half did take some time. Second down and 4. Here goes Higbee again up the middle. Turnbull here. The 3 and the 8 look very similar, but that's Turnbull that'll take carry for a first down. Out to the Roseburg 49, moves the chains. That is a pickup of 11. Roseburg does have a lot of new numbers out on the field. Playing the middle linebacker spot, Daryl Orth. You also have Asher Crespo out there. And Lito White, your linebackers. Fumble on the shotgun snap. Pick it up and running right side. This time it's Gus Nelson running the Wildcat. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. On the front line for Roseburg here in this third quarter, Jake Chartier, the junior. Also Riley O'Connor in the middle. And you've got, let's see here, Eli Wilson up on that defensive front. Max Christenberry out at one of the defensive back positions. Also, Trey Watkins is out there. And Bo Pascal is back as a safety. Running left side with it is Turnbull. Spins out of one tackle, but can't get out of the second. Turnbull's carry will go to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 2. Roseburg's defense bowing up here, trying to get a stop. Third down and long. And the third quarter almost wore out on this one drive alone. 1:35 to go. And the one guy that I didn't get a chance to mention out on the far side, that I thought it was 27. No, that is 87. That is Donovan Stone out there at a defensive back position. So a lot of guys that don't necessarily get a lot of time on the field. A lot of snaps out there. See a lot of these guys in and out of the game, but they're getting heavy snaps here in the third quarter. Straight run out of the shotgun snap for Nelson. He gets to the 45 and picks up 2. And it'll be 4th down and 6. So 4th down, not a decision really here. South Eugene leaving the offense on the field. Shields is going to walk out to the huddle to relay the play call. As the clock winding down, 35 seconds left to go in the third quarter. South Eugene with a sustained drive, but it's been a timely one. It's been taking up a lot of time, and with the running clock, it's going to eat up an entire quarter. Shotgun snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. Nelson rolls to his left. He will cut back to the hash marks. Gets tripped up short of the line to gain. He'll only pick up 2. And that'll be a turnover on down as he runs to the 43-yard line. And the drive stalls out there. Roseburg will get it, but it's going to be the end of the third quarter. And Roseburg will get it with 12 minutes to go in the ball game. We'll come back as we finish out the third quarter and head to the final period here from Roseburg High School at Finlay Field. 1 minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
When it's time for pizza, make it Mountain Mike's. We only use the freshest ingredients, like our zesty pepperoni that curls when it's cooked to perfection. And don't worry, we put enough on every slice. Mountain Mike's. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Douglas County is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
South Eugene took up all of the third quarter with their one drive that stalls out near midfield. Roseburg will get the ball back at their own 43. A new quarterback under center. Turn and hand it off, running over the left side. New man for Roseburg. Carrying the football, Lito White. Lito White will take it to the 46-yard line. A pickup of 3. And we're going to get a chance to see some new guys out there tonight on the offensive side. First carry of the season for White. New quarterback for the Indians is going to be Oscar Kostner, and Coach Watson, some positive things to say about Oscar as he tosses to White. Lito White breaks free at the 30 and caught from behind by Turnbull. A penalty flag is out on the far side, though. And we've got penalty flags back in the backfield as well. So we got a lot to try and clean up here. This one, I'm assuming coming back. Unfortunate there as Lito White had escaped and had a good run. Oscar Kostner, a sophomore. He'll be the backup next year to Caden Moon, presumably. Moon is out tonight, so otherwise you probably would have seen him here. Although at this point you might have seen Kostner anyways, but he gets a chance to play here this evening a bit. Clock continues to run as the officials are discussing what the outcome of the multiple flags we have on the field here. That is going to eat up this fourth quarter. While we have a break in the action, tonight's game is brought to you by Waldron's Outdoor Sports, as we have personal fouls on both teams, so that'll probably just negate everything and we'll replay the down, I'd imagine. Now the White Hat had thrown 2 flags on that one. So it was 2nd down and 7, and it is going to be 2nd down and 7 still after the conclusion of that. And we have almost eaten up 3 minutes off this fourth quarter clock, and we've run 2 plays. One of them gets called back and doesn't count. 2nd down and 7. Kostner hands it to the up back. The fullback rumbles through the middle of the offense. And I believe that's Dirksen on the carry. Cruz Dirksen takes it into Axe territory at the 48-yard line. Picks up 6 on the ground. Cruz Dirksen, the senior back. Roseburg has rotated through a lot of running backs throughout the season, just kind of by the nature of their offense. Dirksen has been back there quite a bit. He's in as a fullback right now. The deep back is White. Kostner, a couple of misdirections, hands it off to White, who ends up going right side and tripped up in the backfield. Coming up to get him before he could escape was Turnbull. Drops him back to the 49-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3 on the ground for White. Waldron's Outdoor Sports hunting season is going on right now, and I know it will continue. My deer season is done, but hunting season for others and other seasons, they're going to be coming up. So you might want to make sure you've got all you need. And fishing season, it's always right around the corner as well. So check out Waldron's Outdoor Sport. They've got the hunting and fishing gear and supplies that you need now at a new location, 450 Northeast Stevens in Roseburg. That's Waldron's Outdoor Sports. 4th down and about 4. Toss it to White. He gets over the left side, finds some space. A seam goes down the field, rumbles into South Eugene territory, moves the chains, keeps the ball in Roseburg's hand as the clock continues to run down to 7:35 to go in the ball game. Lito White takes it to the 33. And so that'll be good for 18 yards on the ground for White, his longest run of the year, as he's getting his first action of the season. First down and 10. Kostner, the backup quarterback tonight, under center with the I formation behind him. Gives it to the deep back, running up the middle. A new man out of the backfield for Roseburg. And that is Kit Curry, another sophomore. Curry will go up the middle, gains to the 27-yard line, a pickup of 6. Roseburg leading 43-0. Neither side has scored here in the second half. third quarter was just one long drive by South Eugene that ends up stalling out near midfield. 2nd down and 4, handed off. Another new man out of the backfield running the left side and going to lose a yard or 2. This time carrying the football was Angel Dirksen, who goes back to the 29-yard line, loses 2. A little Rocky from the marching band, it looks like, sounds like. Dun-da-dun-da-da-da-da. Dun-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. So back to the 29, makes it 3rd down and 6 yards to go for Roseburg. Got distracted by the marching band, the pep band down there playing. 5:30 to go in the ball game. 3rd down, toss, running right side, stretch it to the outside, bubbled out to the numbers, at the 20, down the sideline, lowers the shoulder, inside the 10, taking on the tackler, and a big run there for Curry. Kit Curry rumbles into the red zone and moves the chains for Roseburg. Goes to the 9-yard line, a pickup of 20 on the ground for Kit Curry. So we got the marching band playing Rocky. We got Kit, makes me think of Knight Rider with the car. This will be speaking to a generation that's even older than mine, but references that I recognize. The younger generation that might tune in to watch this later. I'm sure Kit Curry has to know about that, right? Like, you would think he's got to know about the reference of Kit the car from Knight Rider, right? Handed off, Angel Dirksen this time at the line, gets stood up. He, bit of an up and down runner. Might need to find a way to get a little lower center of gravity, but he does carry it down to the 7-yard line, a pickup of 2. That will get Angel Dirksen out of the negatives, back to 0 on the night. Oscar Costner, the quarterback, runs out to the huddle. 4 minutes to go in this one. Roseburg on the verge of ending a 5-game losing skid. Unfortunately for South Eugene, looks like they're set to go to 0-7 on the season. Costner under center with the I formation behind him. Give it to the fullback, running over the left side on 2nd and goal. Carrying the football is Daryl Orth, who was in at the fullback spot, and Orth picks up short yardage down to the 5. Well, starting to run out of space on my stat keeping sheet here with how many guys have come in and getting chances to carry the football. Down to the 5-yard line, it's 3rd down and goal. Oakland has started to run away with it there at Glide. They're on top. It looks like they just scored again. Last update I had was it was 21-6, and I think the Okers just added to it. So at least 27-6 on top of the Wildcats. We've got a penalty flag out, false start against Roseburg. So that'll back him up to the 10-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 10. 27-6. Make that 28-6. I've got 2 different sources telling me different scores, 28 or 27. It's one of those, but Oakland leading big against the Glide Wildcats in a county rivalry matchup. Yeah. Now just got the correction. It is 28-6. Roseburg watching the clock tick down. We'll see if they'll go for it on 4th down. Or maybe they decide to test out a field goal attempt. Remy Huerta hasn't kicked one yet. Handed off to Orth, running left side. He's just going to take it to the house. Why not? Daryl Orth in for the touchdown. And Roseburg will add to the scoreboard here in the 4th quarter. Daryl Orth will have his first touchdown of the year as he rumbles in from 10 yards out. fun for the young guys to get those opportunities. Definitely makes you excited to get a chance to kind of get back and do it again. Kick from Huerta, no good. And McLean Stedman, the holder, got kind of creamed on that one. Just the second miss on a PAT this season for Huerta. Darrell Orth, meanwhile, his first touchdown of the year. He takes it in from 10 yards out. And I don't know if we're going to have time to get in a commercial break here. I'll let you know that we've got your Umpqua Dairy post-game report coming up, where we will name your Quality Fence Player of the Game. So the kick failed. It is 49-0 Roseburg. Roseburg's season high had been 35 against Barlow. They scored 27 in their last game against North Eugene. 49 by far their most this season. Got guys running on and off the field here for South Eugene as they set up. Huerta will kick it away. Clock is stopped after the touchdown, so 80 seconds left to go in this one. Roseburg fans will get to celebrate here on homecoming night. I believe the dance coming up tomorrow as the kick goes to the 15 down to the 13-yard line. The return man weaving up the right side of the field. And taken down just shy of the 25 is Higbee. So South Eugene will have it. And they will start with the football. Let's see where they spot him down at. They'll give him good forward progress out to the 26. Well, the clock running, they can, if they move quick, they can maybe get a couple of plays off here, but we'll see how much tempo South Eugene is looking for. They only ran the ball. I think they looked to pass at least once on their drive in the third quarter, but ended up just tucking and running. So they did not pass the ball once on that last drive that ate up the entire third quarter. And they will not pass it here. Run up the middle and spun down at the 31-yard line for South Eugene. That is Daniel Jetty on the carry. They put him at the 31, a pickup of 5. Quick snap, give it to Jetty again. He goes same spot, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains. But that is going to do it. Game comes to an end. It's 49-0. Roseburg a winner tonight, and the Indians get to celebrate. It's been a while, but the Indians will celebrate after another 5-yard pickup there by Daniel Jetty. He finishes with 10 yards on 2 carries. But the game comes to an end, and Roseburg is a 49-0 winner here tonight. And they will improve to 2-5 on the year, and that is their first league win of the season. It's nice to get back in the win column for the Roseburg Indians. Final score again, 49-0. I'm Joey Keeran. The Umpqua Dairy postgame show is coming up after this on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon. Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and other.
Welcome back, everybody, for the Umpqua Dairy postgame report here on The Score. Joey Keeran wrapping things up with you here tonight on what is a big win on homecoming for the Roseburg Indians. Final score 49-0. South Eugene takes the loss. That is their 22nd consecutive loss on the year, or dating back to 2023. 22 games in a single season would be a lot. No, instead it is the 22nd consecutive loss for South Eugene, dating back to 2023. They are 0-7 on the season. It's been a tough one, and hopefully they find a way to keep getting some bricks laid down to build the foundation there, but it's going to take some time for the Axe. You got to commend the young men that are out there putting in the work to try and keep it building as things continue on. But a tough one here tonight for them as they get shut out again. It is the third shutout loss that they have had on their season. Meanwhile, Roseburg ends a 5-game losing skid. It's been a tough season, but nice to see the guys get an opportunity to have a smile here tonight and get to celebrate a win on their home field in front of their home fans. Roseburg will improve to 2-5 on the year, 1-4 in league play. They will get ready to take on the Eagle Point Eagles in their next game on the road coming up next Friday night. Roseburg scored most of their points in the first half. They led 35-0 at the end of the first quarter. 36-0. They tacked on one more touchdown in the second quarter to make it 43-0 at halftime. And then it was Daryl Orth scoring the lone touchdown in the second half. He runs it in from 10 yards out. The PAT was blocked. Makes it 49-0, our final. We've got one more break to get in here as we wrap up the game here tonight. Your Umpqua Dairy postgame report. We'll take that final 2-minute timeout. And then when we come back, we'll look at individual numbers, team numbers, and we will name our quality fence player of the game for Roseburg. Don't go anywhere. We continue on in the postgame show here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
1964, two high school pals opened up a pizza parlor. Over 60 years later, their mission of providing a great value and family-friendly environment continues to thrive. And what's been their customers' favorite pizza since day one? The Abby's Special. This classic combo of pepperoni, salami with olives, mushrooms, beef, and sausage, and 100% real cheese tastes as good today as it did way back then. Enjoy great value and classic pizza at your neighborhood Abby's.
When it comes to finances, it can be hard to know what's in your best interest. Experience the strength of advice at Palm Wealth Management. From education and estate planning to retirement and the unexpected, we can help. Call Palm Wealth Management today. Financial security allows you the freedom to take stock of what's important and build lasting bonds. We share your goals. Trust Palm Wealth Management to consolidate your investments and generate income for those who need you most. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Back here for the conclusion to the post-game report brought to you by Umpqua Dairy. Joey Keeran here with you. 49-0, the final score. The Roseburg Indians get a win here tonight against the South Eugene Axe. Fun game, lots of offense for Roseburg. Always fun to get a few touchdown calls in during the broadcast. Taking a quick look at some numbers here tonight for Roseburg. They finish unofficially with 266 total yards of offense, 28 carries on the ground for 258 yards. They scored 6 rushing touchdowns. They were 2 for 2 through the air for just 8 yards. Did not need to throw much tonight. On the other side, just a total of 83 yards on the evening for South Eugene. They were 2 for 12 through the air. They did not try a pass in the second half. 19 yards, 3 interceptions. They were 25 for 64 on the ground, most of that coming in the second half as they had 61 yards rushing in that second half. It was a quick second half with the running clock after Roseburg took a 36-0 lead in the first half. So now we get ready for the next one for Roseburg. Before we start looking ahead, let's take a look at offensive numbers for both sides tonight. Michael Shields, he was the quarterback, 2 for 12 for South Eugene, 19 yards, 3 interceptions. On the ground, Higbee able to rumble off a couple of long runs in the second half, 11 carries for 47 yards. Also, Asher Turnbull, 7 carries for 13 yards. And the young man that came in late there, that was Daniel Jetty, who had 2 carries for 10 yards. 2 completions go to Jackson Ingram for a total of 19 yards. For Roseburg offensively, Corey Kimball makes his return tonight. Only needed 2 passing attempts. He completes them both, a total of 8 yards. One of them was a loss of 4. One goes to McLean Stedman for 12, the other to Max Christenberry for a loss of 4 yards. Eli Smith, 9 carries, 107 yards, his first 100-yard night on the year. He rushes a 57-yarder and a 36-yarder. He finishes with 2 rushing touchdowns. Dre Burwell had 6 carries for 47 yards and 3 touchdowns tonight. Let's see here. Cruz Dirksen, 4 carries for 25 yards. You had Kit Curry, 2 carries for 26 yards. Angel Dirksen got a couple of carries tonight. Lido White had 3 carries for 18 yards. Paxton Burke had a carry for 12. Corey Kimball ran 1 for 11. And then Darrell Orth came in, had 2 carries for 12 yards and scores the fourth quarter touchdown for Roseburg. Paxton Burke also had a punt return for a touchdown this evening as well. So a little bit of everything for Roseburg tonight. They are back on the positive side in the turnover margin with 4 takeaways here tonight. It's time now to name our Quality Fence Player of the Game for the Roseburg Indians here this evening. And I'm going to give it to senior Dre Burwell, who scores 3 times tonight, did not come in with a rushing touchdown on the season prior to tonight, and he rumbles off 3 of them this evening for the Roseburg Indians. Dre is our player of the game for Roseburg tonight, brought to you by Quality Fence. They're doing it right for you. Tonight it was Dre Burwell doing it right for us. Taking a look, I just got a score on a league matchup here. Crater 21-17 on top of North Eugene. That could be a big win there. Those 2 teams battling out to try and remain among the top half of the league standings. right now Crater and North Eugene kind of right there back-to-back, just a couple of games behind Thurston at the top of the standings, so that would be a big win for the Crater Comets. Let's see here. North Salem beating North Medford tonight, 29-6. Grants Pass in a tie game with Sprague, 14-all. Let's see here. And those are kind of the most updates. South Medford was beating Sheldon earlier tonight. I haven't had a score update on that one in a while. Last score update we had from Oakland, where the Oakland Okers were taking on the Glide Wildcats, and there's a final, 28-6. Oakland gets the win in that one. So Oakland will get a big win on top of rival Glide. And South Umpqua was leading against Brookings Harbor last we heard, 27-7. Lancers had an interception. Last time we got a report on that one. Haven't gotten anything else to us yet. We'll see if something comes in before we sign off here. So I have former intern at the station, Aiden Jenkins, helping us out there from South Umpqua High School, sending us updates on those scores for the Lancers. Appreciate him. So we are wrapping things up here tonight from Finlay Field, where the Roseburg Indians get a 49-0 win on top of South Eugene. Coming up next for Roseburg, they head to Eagle Point. And for me, it'll be the first time going there for football. Looking forward to checking out their facilities and getting a chance to go broadcast from the home of the Eagles. And Eagle Point tonight was hosting Springfield. Roseburg, South Eugene, Springfield, and Eagle Point, they're kind of the bottom half of the league standings, so we'll see how everybody fares against each other here. We'll see if Eagle Point could pull off the win on the road against the Millers at Silky Field. But Roseburg will try to take down Eagle Point, who coming into tonight had just one win on the season, and that was against this South Eugene team we saw here tonight. So that'll be coming up next week. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. It is 27-21 with 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. South Umpqua in front of Brookings Harbor in that one. Looks like they've got a good finish coming up in that one. So that'll be cool. We'll have updates on scores from high school football games from around the county for you online at 541radio.com. So next week, it'll be Roseburg on the road for the final time here in 2025. They will head to Eagle Point, and we'll have that broadcast for you coming up here on the radio and on our video stream on YouTube and at 541radio.com. I'll give you one last plug to sign up and hit the subscribe button to follow us on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell notification symbol, and then you can get notifications when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High School football, and that way you'll make sure you don't miss another broadcast here on the radio. And that's going to do it, folks. We'll wrap it up there. We'll talk to you next time from Eagle Point High School. Want to say thanks to the South Eugene Axe, who and their head coach, first-year coach Eric Scott, for helping us get ready for the broadcast. Great catching up with him and getting to hear from him earlier this week. Want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, head coach Matt Watson, and the entire Roseburg football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football here on The Score. Big thanks to Angela Keeran for giving up her Friday night and hanging out with me in the booth up here. Always appreciate having her company and her great work behind the camera. Big thanks to Dale Cranford back in the studio for the great radio production tonight. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for the broadcast this evening. Because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keeran. We'll catch up with you next Friday night when Roseburg heads on the road for the final time this season to take on the Eagle Point Eagles. Kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 6:45. You can catch it on our live video simulcast at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Or, of course, you can tune in for local high school sports right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Well, why are we playing this? Why aren't we playing the close?